Oh no. Hello? All right, okay. I think everything's working now. That's a bit weird. Okay, sorry, I'm just letting the stream catch up. Okay, this is Port Arthur breaking news. And yes, I know that uh hold on, I can't. I know that that thing behind me is not a news article. It is in fact Notepad. That is because the glorious leader decided to do a little trolling today, and when I tried to actually show the Reuters article, it just made OBS have a seizure. I don't know. Anyway, regardless, I copy and pasted the Reuters article into Notepad so that I don't have any technical issues because I'm tired of this. So when I started this, it was like 10, 15 minutes after it broke. Now it's been 18 minutes since the last update. It seemed that the article itself broke 33 minutes ago, and it was updated 18 minutes ago. So, not exactly immediately on the scene, but still pretty darn breaking, considering I've never done this before. All right. Breaking news. Uh, God Emperor Trump has, in fact, he did it again. Trust the plan, doubters, cope and seethe. Liberals and pseudo cons and whatever and so on. Cope and seethe. Trust the plan. No new wars. No new wars. Um, yeah, okay. Let's get into the article. Um, so the summary is Iran's Persia's foreign minister says there is no agreement yet. White House, Israel on board as long as no more Persian attacks. Conflict that has forced millions out of Tehran enters 12th day. Vice President, Persia incapable of building a nuclear weapon. Washington, Doha, Istanbul, June 24th, Reuters. The President Donald Trump announced on Monday a complete ceasefire between Israel and Iran, potentially ending the 12-day war that saw millions flee Tehran and prompted fears of further escalation in the war-torn region. Israel, joined by the United States on the weekend, has carried out attacks on Persia's nuclear facilities after alleging Tehran was getting close to obtaining a nuclear weapon. The Reuters daily briefing newsletter provides all the news you need to. Okay, shut up. That's not part of the article. On the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will, I would like to congratulate both countries. Okay, actually, let me get the actual thing that he posted. That our glorious God Emperor, Trust the Plan, has in fact posted. All right, there it is. Oops. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now, when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their final missions. Sorry. Have wound down and completed their in progress final missions for 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful. On the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will, I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-Day War. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. Trust the plan, haters. All right. There was no immediate comment yet from Israel. While a Persian official earlier confirmed that Tehran had agreed to a ceasefire, the country's foreign minister said there would be no cessation of hostilities unless Israel stopped its attacks. Abbas Araki said earlier on Tuesday that if Israel stopped its illegal aggression against the Persian people no later than 4 a.m. Tehran time, which is apparently 30 minutes after midnight GMT, on Tuesday, Persia had no intention of continuing its response afterwards. I believe that's 6:30 p.m. In real time, so which is 2.5 hours ago. On Tuesday, there have been no reported Israelite attacks on Persia since that time. Basically, Persia said Trump comes out and says, there's a ceasefire, we've done it, the war's over. 12-day war, it's over. Of course, the haters and the doubters say, no, you're lying. That's just whatever. But then Persia says, well, no, but actually, yes. Basically, they couldn't confirm a ceasefire, but they said that if Israel stopped attacking, they would stop attacking. And, well, Israel seems to have stopped attacking, according to Reuters, right? I can refresh the page. I can see if there's any update to this. Updated 25 minutes ago. There has been no reported Israeli attacks on Iran since that time. So the final decision on the cessation of our military, honestly, do you even want to look at this notepad document behind me? Probably not. So, yeah, let me just kill that. And, let me, no, not that. There. That's a much nicer image to look at, isn't it? There. Hold on. Okay, I know I should have probably figured all this out before I went live, but this is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Can't only instant copyright strike, just dead, just instant death. There, that makes more sense to me. Okay. And just for a bit of background audio, let me pull up some royalty-free music to accompany our celebration. End the 12-day war, ladies and gentlemen. End to the 12-day war. Seems appropriate to me. All right, we keep reading. There have been no reported Israeli attacks on Persia since that time. The final decision on the cessation of our military operations will be made later, Iraqi added in a post on Twitter. A senior White House official said Trump had brokered the deal in a call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and Israel had agreed so long as Persia did not launch further attacks. Trump appeared to suggest that Israel and Persia would have some time to complete any missions that are underway, at which point the ceasefire would begin in a staged process. Persia denies ever having a nuclear weapons program, but Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has said that if it wanted to, world leaders wouldn't be able to stop us. Israel, which is not a party to the International Non-Proliferation Treaty, is the only country in the Middle East believed to have nuclear weapons. Israel does not deny or confirm that. Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani secured Tehran's agreement during a call with Persian officials. An official briefed on the negotiations told Reuters on Tuesday. United States Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff were in direct and indirect contact with the Iranians, the White House official said. Neither Persia's UN mission nor the Israelite embassy in Washington responded to separate requests for comment from Reuters. Hours earlier, 3 Israelite officials had signaled Israel was looking to wrap up its campaign in Persia soon and had passed the message on to the United States. Netanyahu had told government ministers whose discussions ended early on Tuesday not to speak publicly, Israel's Channel 12 television reported. Markets reacted favorably to the news. S&P 500 futures rose 0.4%. Who ca- Yeah, that's what we care about, the economy. Crude futures fell in early Asian trading hours on Tuesday to their lowest level in more than a week after Trump said a ceasefire had been agreed, relieving worries of supply disruption in the region. End to the fighting? There do not appear to be calm yet in the region. The Israelite military issued 2 evacuation warnings in less than 2 hours to residents of areas in the Persian capital, Tehran, one late on Monday and one early on Tuesday. In what time zone? It's Monday. Whatever. I guess for most of the world, it must be Tuesday. Israelite Army radio reported early on Tuesday that alarms were activated in the southern Golan Heights area due to fears of hostile aircraft intrusion. Earlier on Monday, Trump said he would encourage Israel to proceed towards peace after dismissing Persian attack on an American airbase that caused no injuries and thanking Tehran for the early notice of the strikes. Persia's handling of the attack recalled earlier clashes with the United States and Israel, and Tehran seeking a balance between saving face with the military response but without provoking a cycle of escalation it cannot afford. Tehran appears to have achieved that goal. Persia's attack came after American bombers dropped 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs on Persian underground nuclear facilities at the weekend, joining Israel's air war. Much of Tehran's population of 10 million has fled after days of bombing. The Trump administration maintains that its aim was solely to destroy Persia's nuclear program, not to open a wider war. Persia was very close to having a nuclear weapon, Vice President J.D. Vance said in an interview on Fox News' special report with Brett Baer. Now Persia is incapable of building a nuclear weapon with the equipment they have because we destroyed it, Vance said. But in a social media post on Sunday, Trump spoke of toppling the hardline clerical rulers who have been Washington's principal foes in the Middle East since Persia's 1979 Islamic Revolution. Israel, however, has made clear that its strikes on Evin Prison, a notorious jail for housing political prisoners, and other targets in Tehran were intended to hit the Persian ruling apparatus broadly and its ability to sustain power. Additional reporting by Howard Goller. Okay, who cares? Right. Okay. The point is, 12-day war has come to an end. The God Emperor did it again. The God Emperor has done it again, folks. He has done it again. I mean, trust the plan. Trust the plan. That is some crazy late. Oh, never mind. Trust the plan. That's all I have to say. Trust the plan.